In the late 1800s, many descendants of Selkirk settlers began to subdivide and sell off their river lots. Around this time, Samuel Polson moved off the old Polson farmstead, and the land along present-day Polson Avenue went to the highest bidders. One of them was an Englishman named Arthur Vincent Antenbring. Antenbring arrived in Canada as a teenager in 1886 and began farming and teaching in rural Manitoba before eventually getting involved in the Klondike Gold Rush. By 1901, he was living in Winnipeg and working at the Redwood Brewery. That same year, he was married to Ethel Maud Burdett, and together they raised a family of 4 children, Clarence, Irene, Gordon, and Stanley, here at 27 Atlantic Avenue. But Antenbring's real passion was horticulture. In 1903, he entered the Winnipeg Industrial Exhibition and swept the amateur flower and plant competitions, taking home either first or second place in 15 categories. That success inspired him to turn his passion into a business. By 1906, he purchased several acres of land on Polson Avenue between Scotia and what is now 60 Polson Avenue, and founded what became known as the Polson Avenue Greenhouses. The business first operated under Arthur's name, but later ads began listing his wife as E.M. Antenbring, a sign that Ethel likely took on a larger role in managing the greenhouse as years went on. By 1913, they were advertising 10,000 feet of greenhouse glass, 18,000 geraniums, and thousands of bedding plants. A year later, that number had grown to 100,000 bedding plants, and by 1917, it had doubled yet again. In 1927, after over 2 decades in the business, Antenbring retired and moved with his family to this 3,000 square foot home at 417 McRae Avenue. He passed away at age 63 in 1933, but the business continued on for several more years. By the late 1940s, the greenhouse was sold by its final owner, George C. Wallace, as he moved his greenhouse across the river to Hespeler Avenue. The entire area west of Scotia was developed and filled in with houses, replacing the rows of foliage and glass greenhouses that once stood here. The Antenbrings are buried here at the St. John's Anglican Cathedral Cemetery. And though the business is gone, the Antenbrings helped shape this neighborhood's history, leaving behind a colorful legacy that helped to shape Winnipeg's early horticultural scene. I'm Kenneth Ingram with the Seven Oaks Historical Society. Thank you.